4 years on, 1 year remaining, and two of the members of the famous Serena team that crafted the deal to end post-election violence form the Grand Coalition government and spearhead the implementation of reforms look back on the gains that have been realized so far.
I think one of the record achievements is that we're able to have a constitution, and that constitution was barely within 3 years.
In the form of Katiba implementation, I'm proud to say, I am proud to be reporting to the President and Prime Minister.
The new constitution is much more elaborate on human rights and more articulate on public participation, with the aspect of making leaders more accountable taking root in governance.
I think to a large extent we have healed, and nobody wants to go back to where we were in the year 2007. But I think the political conversation is very disturbing, because when people are in those public podium or arena, we can kind of talk of regions, of tribes.
The two feel that generally the two principals have steered the country well, and their cooperation in the implementation of government projects has given Kenyans hope for a better future. Against that backdrop of institutional reforms and public participation, both Orengo and Mutula list resettlement of internally displaced persons and land reforms as some of the grey areas.
Agenda for, as far as I'm concerned, the lingering issue is IDPs.
I think the threats are there, and we can already see it in the way the issue of devolution is being dealt with. I think there are those who are anti-reformers.
According to the January report of the Kenya National Dialogue and Reconciliation Mediation Process under the African Union's panel of eminent African personalities led by Kofi Annan, the constitution implementation process remains on track, but public vigilance was needed to fight off vested interests that could derail the process. The other issue raised in the report is uncertainty over the date of the next general election. And this comes at a time when there is debate as to whether the dissolution of the Grand Coalition government also means the dissolution of Parliament. In other words, do the two principals have power to dissolve Parliament? Or put it this way, does the end of the Grand Coalition government mean the end of the current term of Parliament?
These options also raise challenges.
However, Kenyans seem to have confidence in the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. But apart from the IEBC, all eyes are now on Parliament and the relevant authorities tasked with implementing new laws geared towards a free and fair election to enhance preparedness for a smooth transition to the next government. Alex Chamwada, Citizen Live at 9.